All right, we are back, and I got this pressure washer all set up, and it fired up on the first try, first pull, and cleaned the concrete pretty all right. So it's probably going to do pretty wonders on this 953 Rebel. So I've got that seat stripped off, and there's filth everywhere, and just dirty everywhere. So I'm going to get this taken care of. I did tape off the carburetor, and I'll be nice around the dash panel. If you recall, back in the spring when I got this, I rebuilt that switch. So it is well greased, but I don't want to blast a bunch of water in there if I don't have to. So I'm just going to clean up the majority of the filth and get this in running shape. Well, I made a mess of me, but I got the tractor cleaned up best I could. There has been a little bit of a talk about these wheels being that peach color, and I thought it had been said before that oftentimes with a little bit of rust that these wheels will turn a yellow, but I can see that these have actually been painted, and I blasted a whole bunch of loose stuff off, so I don't imagine that was actually just a fade with rust. As far as the gas tank goes, right, wrong, or indifferent, I blasted it. I pressure washed it, and down here, I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm having a tough time finding it, but there's just a, there it is. There's a 1/8 inch pipe nipple for an outlet. So I've just got it up on a 2-inch receiver, and I just blasted that tank like crazy inside until I didn't see any more junk coming out. And next I'll use a air nozzle and just blow it out as best I can, get it all dry and clean, and I feel like that's a pretty good job. Next I'll start plumbing a fuel filter and see if I can find a shutoff for that fuel system and see if I can get this thing to fire up. I also remember that regulator was smoking. It was letting out the magic smoke. So I'll grab another one off the parts shelf and see if that's any better. Okay, big progress there. It's running. So I hear a little whining, and I'm hoping it's not the bearings or something going out in the starter generator. So I threw a little oil in those little service ports just for the sake of it. And I've got the carburetor tuned to the point where I can manually open the throttle, and it is pretty responsive. Now once I put that oil bath air filter on, it might change that a little bit, but I'm pretty happy with that. Next thing, I'm going to adjust the generator, the governor, and make sure that this is reacting the way it should. And then I'm going to play with the linkage here. I think I need to move that spring around right there and get a little bit more response. I've got all kinds of throttle throw, but not a whole lot of response from the linkages. So that's what we're working on next. One thing that has bugged me about this particular tractor is the Ross steering box was very sloppy, and I just tightened it up, and now the front end is is sloppy as well. But through this hole in the side of the frame here, right there is a jam nut and adjustment. So a 13/16 wrench, I was able to loosen up that jam nut from underneath, and then with a big flat blade screwdriver, I put about a quarter turn on that adjustment, and it made all the difference in the world. So I figured I'd point that out. I also found the source of noise from that starter generator. It is not the bearings, it's rubbing on that belt guard, and it was cool to the touch. I put my finger on that, started it up, and within seconds I lost my fingerprint a little bit. Alright, so I pulled that starter generator off. I needed to do the regulator anyways, and that one, it ended up actually being the culprit of the noise, not just that belt guard. So I swapped out for a spare, and it is spinning much quicker and grabbing faster. So that's going to be due for a rebuild soon. I also got the oil bath air cleaner installed. I'm a really big fan of those. I think they work very well, and they're just messy, so people don't like to work with them or deal with them. So that's on. It's got fresh oil up to the little dimples wherever they're at. There's one on the back side, but yeah, there's fresh oil in there, so it's ready to work. And oh yeah, the headlights are working as well. That's pretty cool.